everyone, my name is Ashley Dunn. I am a medium, a Reiki master, a light worker, and an author. And today's video is going to be about chakras, particularly the basic 7 chakras. So if this sounds like a video that you may be interested in, please like and subscribe below. Okay, so there are 7 main chakras along the midline of the body, starting at the base of the spine and going all the way up to the top of the head or crown. The word chakra means wheel or wheel of light. Now, every chakra is actually, it correlates to different colors, emotions, locations on the body, and even the endocrine system. So the first chakra I want to talk to you about is called the root or base chakra. It is the color red, and this chakra represents your stability, security, safety. So when this chakra is a little bit out of balance, you'll notice somebody is very fearful or has a tendency to constantly worry about their safety. They'll also have a lot of anxiety that goes along with that. The second chakra is actually located below your navel, and it is called the sacral chakra. It's the color orange. This chakra is all about creativity and passion. So when you are at your best and you are absolutely glowing because you're doing what you love, whether it's dancing or singing or painting or anything really, this is when this chakra is really open and alive. So when this chakra has some imbalances, you may notice somebody having a real lack of creativity or a difficulty connecting to what they used to find enjoyable in a creative way, and also sometimes sexual dysfunction or a lack of intimacy, and general emotional withdrawal. Chakra number 3 is the solar plexus chakra, which is the color yellow, and it is located above the navel but below the rib cage. This is all about emotion and self-esteem, willpower, and personal responsibility. Now, I will be honest, this is a location where I have to spend a lot of time when I'm doing work on chakra balancing or Reiki for somebody's healing and wellness. We often are not taught how to handle our emotions properly or well. And so what happens is we will have a person that causes us harm, or we do harm to somebody else, or a situation that doesn't go, the way as planned, or we just have these, a turmoil, a spinning vortex of all these mixes of emotions, and it becomes very overwhelming for us, and so we can no longer deal with it, and so we kind of shove them down, which ends up creating a lot of possibly physical issues. So when this particular chakra is out of balance, you'll notice a huge drop in self-esteem. Sometimes people will have control issues. They can be a little manipulative or maybe even emotionally irrational because they're feeling so much at once and they haven't taken out the time to really heal and deal with those particular emotions. So they kind of feel everything all at once, which creates a lot of anxiety. Now, on a physical note, anytime any one of these chakras has been out of balance for a significant amount of time, the body can only be in dis-ease so long before dis-ease turns into disease. So you can see somebody having or beginning to have physical issues in these areas where they haven't dealt with their emotional, mental, or spiritual issues. Now remember, to be whole, you have to balance the mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual aspects of yourself. And chakras are huge when it comes to this. The 4th chakra is the heart chakra. It is the color green and located right in the center of your chest or above your heart. This chakra is all about love, and especially loving yourself, about compassion and understanding, and especially relationships. Not only romantic relationships, but simple relationships like with friends or coworkers, neighbors, just having that understanding and respect for another individual, but especially love. When this chakra is out of balance, it creates a lot of depression, and a person will begin to feel like a disconnect with who they are because they're actually struggling to love themselves, which means they're going to have a lot of difficulty with relationships in general. Chakra number 5 is the throat chakra. It is the color blue and located on the center of the neck, or of course the throat. Now this chakra is all about communication. And remember, communication means speaking your truth, but also listening and hearing and receiving information. So when this chakra is in alignment, you're allowed and able and capable to speak your truth in a kind and graceful manner. When this chakra is out of balance, what happens is you will see that somebody will become withdrawn. They will bite their tongue. They will not speak up or speak their truth, or the exact opposite. They will be louder, trying to be heard. They will be argumentative or lash out verbally. The sixth chakra is the color indigo, which is a little bit of a blue and purple mixed together. It is called the third eye chakra, and it is located on the forehead between the brows. This particular chakra is all about intuition, foresight, and open-mindedness. It's how you feel that you are starting to listen to your gut instincts and really pay attention to more than just yourself. You're starting to be aware of what's going on around you, especially energetically. When this particular chakra is out of balance, it can cause someone to feel like they've lost their sense of direction. They're very clouded. They have a lack of motivation or desire to head in a particular direction because simply they feel a little lost. Now, this particular chakra is really important and vital for those of us that are trying to become more in communication and in connection with our spiritual selves. The third eye is how we do this. This is how we begin to do this. Now, every single chakra is incredibly important. And when one chakra becomes out of balance, it kind of pulls and tugs them all a little bit. So energy is all about the flow. And just like, a flow of a river, if one thing blocks at one section, there's going to be less or no water flowing to the other areas on that river. So they're all equally important. But this one in particular is now going from this physical body stuff to more of this open-minded, mental, spiritual connection. The seventh chakra is the crown chakra. It's located on the top of your head, and it is the color lavender. Now, this chakra is how we connect to our higher selves, our true light body selves. It allows us to see the big picture and how we interact with each other and humanity, how we are part of a collective, a sense of oneness, how we connect to the source or God perhaps, or how we connect to the universe. Now, when this chakra is closed off, you'll notice somebody will feel very disconnected, or they will have a difficulty connecting with anything spiritual or spiritual topics, even possibly religion. So please feel free to look up more information on the 7 basic chakras. There is a ton of information out there, and I'll be really honest, most of it's very good and accurate stuff. So if for some reason there was things that you want to investigate further, please go do your own research. But I really just wanted to give you a quick and easy breakdown because there's actually more stuff about chakras that I wanted to explain and really dive into, but I didn't feel like it was fair to start kind of halfway through, so I backed up and wanted to do a quick overview of the 7 basic chakras. So by this point, you're probably thinking there were some things that I mentioned that you may need to work on, so now you're probably wondering how to go about doing that. So when I talked earlier about doing your work, what I mean is sitting down and focusing on one particular chakra at a time. Now, you may need to do this several times over several days. So this is a lot of work. As you're focusing on this chakra, it is very important for you to understand what the purpose of this chakra really is, what it's for, and anything that correlates to that chakra, the physical aspects of the body, the endocrine system parts of that body, the emotional things that happen in that chakra, and therefore any blockages that may go along with that. So it's going to take some investigating on your end. You're going to have to look at yourself and look at this chakra and review some things that have happened in your past. Really investigate what may be some of those limiting beliefs that you may have that are blocking this chakra or reducing the flow of energy through this chakra. Once you have found that shadow, you're going to need to visualize it in front of you. Literally stare at it in its beady little eyes and visualize that person, that situation, even if it's yourself, if you were the one that caused the harm. Once you have done that, now you can look at it, you can honor it, And I say honor. I mean love it, honor it. Here's why. It taught you a valuable lesson. You are now more brave, more wise, and you are now a beautiful light-bodied being, even because of that traumatic situation that happened. That situation had value to it, which means it can't possibly be 100% bad. So when we look at that situation, that person, even if it's ourselves, by looking at it and honoring it and thanking it for the lessons that it has taught us, gives us the opportunity to send it away with love and light, cut any cords, and let it go. Now, this may be really difficult because we got used to and comfortable in our misery. We got comfortable in labeling ourselves as this victim and that weighing down feeling. Even though this is work that is absolutely necessary, sometimes we stand in our own way because we are afraid to take the action. We are afraid of this change because it's unfamiliar and we don't know what this new feeling is going to be like. So really embrace that moment. Feel that disconnect. Feel yourself becoming lighter. Feel that chakra really opening and that resonating throughout the rest of your chakras. It's a really beautiful and powerful moment. Now, you're gonna have to do this for every single chakra. And with every single chakra becomes other issues, topics, and emotions that may need to be dealt with. This is why it is so much work. But it is incredibly powerful stuff. If you are trying to just simply work on yourself, better yourself, feel more connected, feel more whole, if you are trying to manifest a partner, a loving, real, true partner in your life, you have got to do this work. And especially if you are looking forward to your spiritual gifts, if you know that you have certain gifts that kind of come and go, or you are really drawn and interested to something like mediumship, Reiki, being a light worker, being a channel for messaging, whatever it may be, if you feel really guided to doing that, you have got to do your own work. So this whole process is absolutely vital for your mental, emotional, spiritual connections and success. This is why we are here experiencing this very moment. We are here to learn about ourselves, to learn about humanity, how to better ourselves and be more connected with everything around us, including ourselves. So I hope you guys really liked this video. It is super basic and it's great for either beginners or those of us that are already very well versed in the chakras. It's always good to kind of get back to the basics from time to time. But again, the reason why I really made this video is because I really want to jump forward and spend a lot more time on the 12 chakra system, but I didn't feel that that was fair to jump that far ahead without doing some explaining first. And again, if you guys have questions about chakras or other things, always remember to ask your guides. They will lead you in the right direction and give you exactly what you need at that exact moment in time. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope you are looking forward to the one coming up after this. Love and light, my friends.